Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, welcome to Vegans Van Go. I'm Liam.
I'm Natalie.
And this is our van, the SS Betty White.
She's a 2020 high-top Nissan NV 2500.
And we're inviting you along with us on our build of this van and our departure from the norms of society.
Yeah.
What?
Is that it?
Why not?
Okay.
All right, so let's start in here. A huge reason why we picked the NV is how it drives, how it feels. Like I told you, trust your butt. There's a old saying in the car community, trust your butt,
That's right.
And so that's what we did here. And this is basically a Nissan Titan on the inside. It's got airbags, a ton more compared to your average cargo van. It also has a lot of things standard that most cargo vans don't. The Transit does a good job, but it has Bluetooth standard, touchscreen standard. There's no nav, but AC standard. And ours isn't optioned very high, but there's a ton of other things that you can get with these, like power converter and stuff like that as well. We also have USB and auxiliary inputs, and I think these things seem like small features, but when you're in this for an extended period of time, I feel like those are the things that make the difference. The seats are also really comfortable. That's a huge deal when you're on a long road trip. There's good storage up ahead in the bulkhead, and on steering wheel controls, and all of this stuff is standard. We have a pretty low optioned version of this vehicle, and it comes with just a ton of things from the factory that really set it apart, and we just liked the way it felt when we were in here. I don't even know how to do it. I forget.
Wait, you gotta...
It's this guy.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that this does up front, if I can reach it, this folds down. I think usually you would use this maybe to keep your laptop or write on your clipboard if you were using this for work. I'm not 100% sure how we'll make use of this, but it is really nice. We do plan to install a swivel chair up front in the passenger side, and so I think having the ability to swivel this, put this down, have a hard surface here, as many functions as we can get out of things in the vehicle, the better. And so just another neat thing that the Nissan NV does.
And it also lays back all the way. Did you know that?
It also lays back all the way.
See?
Who knew?
I can't, he's gonna get me. Don't drop the camera. Did he leave? Alright, so I'm going to walk you through a tentative layout of how we're hoping to design the van. So as you can see up here, we have tons of space. So we are going to add some shelving here so that we can utilize every inch of this overhead space for storage. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like. So over here, we're going to build a full-size shelf and wall behind the driver's seat, and hopefully we'll store some food and then have maybe a drawer here where we can store other stuff. And then we want to build a little compartment down here that will house our composting toilet that we are going to build and teach you how to build. And obviously it will be separate and it will roll out so that, it's clean and sanitary and not touching our food. And then over here we'll probably have some kind of a, what's that called?
Food prep
A
area.
food prep area. and additional storage and drawers and such.
And a window.
And a window. Oh yeah, we're gonna install a window here. And then up here, we want to add cabinets that we are going to use, and also, or that we're going, and up here we're going to install some cabinets that we're going to build, and we're also wanting to use as much reclaimed wood and materials as possible. So over here is where we want to have our sink, and so we'll have our clean water, our fresh water, and our gray water system all set up here in one spot, but we also want a hose that swivels out so that we can take showers outside. So one of the non-negotiables for me was a toilet. I needed a toilet to use in the middle of the night, but for me, a shower, I mean, we're gonna have a Planet Fitness membership, maybe an Anytime Fitness Anywhere, so that we can shower. So as far as a shower, it wasn't as important to me. Back here, we are going to have our sleeping area, and so we're going to do the traditional 2 benches here, one here and one here with a table that then collapses into a bed where we sleep, and we will have our, you know, electrical batteries and such under one of the benches and then storage on the other bench. So we're not entirely sure what that's going to look like, but there's a general idea. Liam is very tall, so we will have to be creative in how we design that so that he has that leg length room leg room to sleep. And also the materials we use are going to have to be pretty thin because he is 6'2", and I think he has about 2 inches in height. So we'll have to use very thin materials and insulation for the floor and the ceiling, but we'll make it work. Otherwise, he's just going to be hunched over all the time.
Let's talk about the engine. So this has a 4-liter V6. There is a V8 option that a lot of people opt for. We did not, obviously, opt for that. We got the V6. I don't know that we're gonna have the kind of towing load inside the vehicle that would require the V8, but also the V8 is just terrible on gas. Even the V6 isn't quite getting what some of the diesel engines out there and the Sprinter and even the new ones in the Transit are getting, but you know, we've heard of people getting close to 18 to 20, so we'll do our best to try and hypermile when we can and get something out of that. But you know, also there's a cost differential on the V8, and overall the V6 is a quieter motor, it's a lighter motor, and does have enough power, we think, to haul us and our stuff and our dogs around without really struggling up hills and some of the other challenges that you hear about people with truly undersized motors having. This motor has 200 miles on it. It is brand new. It is probably cleaner still in here than the floor is in the inside for the time being. We'll do our best to maintain that, but yeah, here it is. A big, huge 4-liter V6 naturally aspirated engine, untouched by anyone except those who built it. Pretty standard fare inside of here. Is just not a lot of, no frills, not a lot of extras. I joked with Natalie that this is the least amount of vehicle we've ever gotten for the most amount of money we've ever paid. But you know, it was about the reliability and about the warranty, so just kind of is what it is. Full-size spare underneath this part here. If we were to look under, that's there. I've heard some people having to remove their full-size spares. I'm not sure why, but for now we have it. It is a good thing to have. And so, yeah, that's Betty's rear end. Hey, I don't know.
Take it again.
Yeah.
Your hair.
Okay, hair.
It's falling out of your clip.
No, that's okay.